Hello, my name's Lindsay Elliott and I'm from Heal, Eat, Move. And today I'd like to talk about how the mind works. And I'm going to use this little snow globe to illustrate the point that I'm talking about. So we can look at our mind as a bit like the snow globe. And when we have a lot on our mind, we've got a lot of thinking, we're chewing something over, we might be worrying about the future or ruminating about the past, and we're really up in our heads and we're caught up in it. It's a bit like the snow globe, it's all shaken up, and we've got thought on top of thought on top of thought on top of thought. And often we can think that when we've got this kind of thinking going on and it's all very cloudy in our minds, that we need to do something about that. So we might need to look for something outside of ourselves to help our mind settle, such as meditation or yoga or a glass of wine or looking on the internet or checking our phone. When it all gets too much in our heads, we can look for something outside of ourselves to help the snowstorm of our mind settle. And while sometimes those things can be useful, and I love meditation and I love yoga and various other practices, I find it really useful to know that there isn't anything that I have to do for my mind to settle. And this is true for all of us. So there may be things that are useful that help the mind settle, but they may not work 100% of the time. But what does work 100% of the time is that if we can recognize that this is going on, and that if we just stop shaking our mind, recognize we're in our head, recognize that we're thinking and overthinking, and then maybe thinking about our thinking and wishing that we didn't have this style of thinking, what happens is that naturally, like the snow globe, the mind will settle. So within us as human beings, we have this inbuilt system in our psychological system, which is a bit like our immune system for our body. So our immune system for our body will naturally set up responses, chemical responses within our body to fight a bacteria or a virus. And there's nothing that we need to do for that. We may need to rest some more. Our body will let us know if we need to do that. We may need to take some vitamins or supplements or something herbal or eat a delicious soup. We may need, those things may come to us through our wisdom as being useful. And our psychological system has the same sort of inbuilt immune system as well. We are always designed to come back to clarity, to come back to peace of mind, to come back to a more settled state of thinking. And this happens quite naturally. Now, you may notice that it happens over the day for you without you having to do anything about it. And it can be really useful to know this, that when we're up in the storminess of our minds, that when we can just take a step back, feel a slight separation between us and our psychology and our thinking, that we're not our psychology, we're not the thought energy coming through our mind, we are something greater and deeper and wiser and more settled than that. We can just allow this process to happen all by itself. And we can guarantee, we can absolutely rely on this 100% of the time, that this settling will happen all by itself. There is so much less for us to do than we think there is. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. I hope that maybe when next time you're up in your busy mind and overthinking something, that the image of the snow globe may come to you, and that you will know that it's nothing that you need to do. Your wisdom may tell you, point you to something to do, but there's nothing that you need to do. And also knowing that when we're up in this busy state, particularly if we've got a decision to make or we need to talk to someone about something, that this is not the time to be making those decisions. This is not the time to talk to someone. It's always far more productive when we talk from a settled state, where our wisdom can shine through, where the innate intelligence within us can direct our words or direct our decision making. So just know that I know now that when I'm up in my head and I'm busy, it's never a time to do anything. It's a time for pause, and it's a time to wait for the snow globe of my mind to settle. So thank you for listening. There will be more videos along the way, and have a beautiful day.